Hey everyone, and welcome to a deck profile for Vivi for set 11, the One Piece TCG. Vivi was one of the first leaders that I built a deck for because I thought it was going to be good. I'm going to be honest. If you don't know Vivi's leader ability, we're a 5 life red and blue leader from OP04, cannot attack, activate once per turn, draw a card, and give something rush for 2 Dawn. Now, since Vivi's been released, like a lot of people are like, it is on paper like not a bad leader ability, except that you can't attack. And a lot of lists have come out, some done okay, right? But it's never been an amazing leader. This is something I just threw together for set 11, right? With blue, purple, Luffy in mind. My main goal, be able to survive until we can get some nice KOs with the Shanks, right? That's why we have things like Happiness Punch. It's a great event. We have a lot of blockers, a lot of things that can connect 6k kind of early on, like Shiraya, this Sanji. Cavendish is a great pickup for this deck. Things like Duval are good on our 4 Dawn turn because we can stack the deck, the top 3, and then draw that extra card with leader ability so we're knowing what we're drawing into, and then he's a chump blocker, right? Rayleigh's such a good card. Against blue purple, it's not like crazy because you're not like popping anything, but like you can minus their Katakuri blocker so you can actually swing over it pretty nicely. And then I wanted to try out this Frankie because possibly against Gum Gum Giant this could be a really decent effect, right? Whenever your opponent activates an event this turn, all of your characters get plus 2,000. It's kind of wild, right? But yeah, not the best deck, but I'm giving it a try again as I've made lists for this throughout the sets, and it's just fun to try some of the stuff that's not as great, right? But before we get into it, make sure to leave a like, subscribe. Let me know down in the comments what was your first leader that you ever built a deck for on your own. I'm interested to hear. And also, if you want to support the channel, you can check out my links in the description. I've got a code for Nen Garden, Straw Hat Pecan for 5% off. That's on top of any of their sales, like they're running right now. They have a lot of One Piece stuff, some other anime Gundam, really nice stuff, so check that out. And let's get into it. Firstly, we've got Otama, nice 2k counter on play, minus 2,000 power to one of your opponent's characters. We got Shiraya, good blocker, because even though he has 4,000 power, when attacking and on block once per turn, this character's base power becomes the same as the power of your opponent's leader until the start of your next turn. So if your opponent's a 6k power leader, he becomes 6k power, doesn't have to attach any like Dawn for that. Really nice. Sanji, really good early on card, 3/3/1, but your turn gets plus 3,000 power. So on 5 Dawn, we can play this out, give rush and swing 6k, and then on KO, draw a card. Nice to replace itself. We got Chopper, good 2k counter blocker. Again, another blocker that gets plus 2,000 on your opponent's turn, so at 4/6. We got Frankie, 2k counter, our last one, like we went over. Whenever your opponent activates that event, you get that boost in power. We got Ben Beckman, nice ability, right? Trash as opposed to KO, so you can get rid of some KO immune things. Kikunojo, you get around that because trashing is different than KO, right? On KO effects don't apply to this. And then that power we can reduce with like Otama, which is really nice. So you can hit something a little bit bigger possibly, but also he's a decent, like, not like late game bot, you know, like 7 cost, 7k power, right? On 9 Dawn, you can give him rush too. Then we got Rayleigh. That 8 cost is really nice for the deck because on 10 Dawn, you can play him out, use his effect to on play reduce 2 of your opponent's characters, 1 by 3,000, 1 by 2,000. That'll last for your opponent's next turn too, and then you KO something with 3,000 power or less. Because you can play that out and then give him rush, obviously, and then swing that same turn. Really good. We got the Shanks. On play KO, a 10k power or less character. Right, that hits like everything in blue purple's deck. Duval, that 2 cost blocker, on play look top 3 and rearrange him in any order, then put him back on the top or bottom of the deck. It's nice on 4 Dawn to use this to get our leader ability, establish a blocker, right? We could play out something like Cavendish, of course, but to get that extra card draw, which is like Vivi's, you know, even though we can't attack, if we get an extra card from the start of the game every turn, that kind of helps us defend until we get our big bodies out that we can actually swing with, right? Then we got that Cavendish 4/6. When attacking once per turn, draw 2, trash 1. Super nice because on 6 Dawn, you play him out, You give him rush and draw a card, so he instantly replaces himself, and then you get that draw 2 trash 1 instantly. Then we got the new Nami blocker. On play, if your leader is multicolored, draw 3, and then place 2 from your hand at the top or bottom of your deck in any order. Again, on 7 Dawn, we can just go draw one of those cards back, right? I do know we are missing Pudding. Yeah, hold on. I gotta make room for that. I gotta make room for that, right? 2 copies. We'll look around, right? We got Boa Hancock, 6, 8. On play, one of your opponent's characters other than Monkey D. Luffy cannot attack. So 6 Dawn to just make one big body not be able to attack. Really nice. And you can bottom deck a 1 cost. That could be like a chump blocker. We got 2 of the 0 cost events. Happiness Punch is a 1 Dawn, essentially 3k counter, but you can divvy it up. Minus 2,000 to one character, minus 1,000 to another, or you can stack them. That lasts for the turn too, so if it's something that can restand itself, you're good on that. Then we got 2 Grav Blade. Plays 2 6 cost or less characters on the bottom of the owner's deck. The good thing about Vivi is because we draw so much, because we have a lot of stack options, like we can afford to keep some things at 3 copies. So maybe but like Shanks is like the bread and butter, right? Like that's, I want to slam this down against blue purple to pop something. I could probably go with 1 less copy. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll take out a Shariah and put in a second Pudding and just try that out. I don't know. That's the beauty of it. We can experiment, but let's hop into some games and see how we do. All right, we got blue purple. Luckily for us, they want to take first, so we do end up getting second. This is a pretty decent hand because we got the Cavendish to find us some stuff. We honestly, if we don't get a better 4 Dawn option, it is nice to play out a Cavendish on 4 Dawn, and then you have a second one. You can play him out, and then boom, you're getting a lot of card draw. I've almost decked out before because I've had like 2 Cavendish on board, and yeah, it's kind of crazy. But since we don't have a 2 Dawn option like Duval, we'll just draw a card. If we did have Duval in the hand, I probably would have waited for 4 Dawn anyway to play him out. 6 at us, we'll counter 2. We do want to stay rather healthy, right, as we have to kind of wait for late game to get our value plays of our swings, I should say, I guess. So we do pick up a Shanks. Next turn we'll probably just play out our second Cav. 5 Dawn. Okay, Bon Clay. That does suck, but it is what it is. He'll get a 6k swing off of that. Forward us, that's fine. That's good. 3 Dawn. He's gonna ramp again. Ooh, that is rough for us if he has the... Oh no, okay, thank goodness. Okay, just 9. All right, Happiness Punch. We'll save that for like our 8 Dawn turn. So we'll go 6 at you, trashing. Yeah, the hand size is huge. Honestly, I think we'll trash the Happiness Punch anyway. We have a lot of 2Ks, and we'll have a few targets for him to swing at. Well, and then I don't, you know. Okay, and then we'll go here, give him rush, draw another Sanji. Yeah, the thing is we have such a big hand. It is kind of crazy. So we'll be able to defend him. He gives us a 2k, and then we'll pass. Next turn, we could play out Rayleigh, actually. Not draw a card, and then just get rid of the Bon Clay. Connect 2 6 swings to life. And then, like, oh. Honestly, I've seen way less of these in Luffy before, like, in a while, right? But now his hand size is really low. We can defend all of the swings, right? We'll go 2 and 1. And that's the beauty of the 2 Cav, right? And the extra cards we've gotten. And then we'll go 2. So next turn we can... He's keeping up a Dawn. Let's just go 1. And we still have a 7 card hand. And we're going to get another +1 this turn. So here we can go Rayleigh, minus you, and then pop. And then we'll go 6 at 5. We'll get rid of the boa since we can't target that. He does let it go. I mean, he only has 3 cards in hand. So that is pretty nice, I'd say. But I mean, most of the other stuff in his deck is going to be like Sanji, Big Mom, Katakuri. So he does pick up a giant. Next turn, I think if we don't have like an insane need for Shanks, we could spend a turn establishing... Oh, we got it. Okay. I mean, oh, did he mess up his stack? I'll take it. That's a lot of counter events. Yeah, I don't know. He could have Sanji... Was he trying to Sanji Big Mom and he like stacked it wrong? I don't even know. Did he do it yet? I don't know. We could have played out the Frankie and played out like 2 other bodies, like a Sanji and a Shiraya. So that way the following turn, we would be able to go super wide and like really aggressive at him, hit a bunch of 8Ks at him, and then we were still very healthy. So we didn't get to use the Happiness Punch, so that was unfortunate. But it does come into play a lot of times when you're on the odd curve, right? You saw where on 6 Dawn, played out a 4 cost, gave it Rush. We do have options for like 5, 7 Dawn, where like we play out Sanji, you give it Rush, but also sometimes if you do the same thing, Cavendish, but on like 7 Dawn, you have that extra Dawn, and it's like, okay, do I want to swing 1k higher, or I could keep up a counter event to basically nullify 2 hits possibly. But GG, beautiful. We just got 2 classics right here. We'll keep because I think Rayleigh and Grabblade could be our friend here. Also, okay, so he got the support for the 3 Dawn Searcher, right? You have to have 3 Dawn for. What is that? We'll just draw an extra card and pass. So next turn we can do Vol and then pass. It's not great because we don't have anything established where he does. On KO. Okay. That's hurtful. Ouch. And then he can still Dawn Minus to play out a card, right? Something like that, yeah. Ouchie. Okay. We'll go do Vol. That's no. It's rough. Yeah, it's rough. Because I don't have a great 6 Dawn option to get rid of them. Hopefully we find a boa. We do not. All right, let's go here. And then we'll draw and pass. Just trying to stay alive. We have a lot of counter, a lot of blockers. I think we can stabilize with the Rayleigh, the 2 Rayleighs coming up, right? Oh, because the Dom doesn't draw it, right? Yeah. Forgot. Well, we do have Pudding coming up, so that can hurt him if I can somehow get rid of this card. I could Shiraya swing into him, but that's not going to really help me too much. Trash up Paulie. Let's go 1k. I think we actually might get rid of the Nami. 7 will block. Okay. If we can just survive and hit like back-to-back Rayleighs, right? It'll be alright. Maybe. Yeah, we'll just try and get rid of you. He'll be a 5k for his turn too. So if he does swing here, we can defend it a little bit. I don't know. His hand isn't crazy, right? It's yeah, draw 2, trash 1. Oh, she's a 2k counter too. Yeah. But he has stayed very low in terms of Dawn because of that. So we'll still only see like 1 card coming out. So once we can start hitting Rayleigh, he does get the ramp option, right? And now he's got the stage. 6 will counter 2. So do I care about him ramping? I don't think I care about him ramping as much. Well, I could also just Grav Blade. Yeah. What's he got out? Okay. Yeah, I could just Grab Blade him, honestly. Yeah, because then he doesn't get the ramp, and that's probably better. Yeah. All right, then let's go. We'll just poke 5. We'll just poke 5. Make him think we've got our event that we don't have. Or, well, he might just probably be thinking like Rad Beam or Divine Departure. Happiness Punch really only works for Vivi because you have to have like an active leader to get that extra 1,000, which makes it actually worth it. Because if not, then it's like you just use like a guard point or something, right? He takes. Sure, it was his first life, right? Yeah. Hand's not really that crazy, so pudding. We'll keep the pudding. Reiju, interesting. Now the hand's a little crazy. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. If we get like a boa top deck, that'd be kind of nice. 5, because we could play out boa obviously, and then pudding. That is a big hand. We got a pudding. Yeah, we got a pudding. 5. We'll go 1. What do you play out? Still 7 is a lot. Okay, no. I don't know. No, I don't know. We can make you a 3K, pop you, and then swing into here. I think I'd rather just do that, yeah. And we got another 2K. So we'll go 5 into 4. At least get a card out. If we don't have a good pudding turn, we can at least, you know, establishing this. We got a 2K, right? And then we'll pass. So now he's a 3K power, so when we really don't have to worry about any swings for the turn, I would assume. And then we have another Rayleigh to follow that up with. But yeah, did he get any support besides the that 2K counter, right? This one, EVO2? Yeah. I guess he could use just, imagine like using just like, I don't know, purple Katakuri blocker or something like that. Just the OP purple stuff. We'll go 1. Nah, yeah, we'll get rid of the pudding now. I could have given it up to Duval, but that's all right. Oh, he gets banish. I don't like that. So we'll go here, boom, pop. Here. I don't think I care as much about the ramp back as much as I do about him swarming me, right? Because now he's got the kid. We'll see. If he gives up 2-1, I'll take that as well. Wahaha. And we'll go 8 of life. But you see, like, even against a leader that can't attack, ooh, a Big Mom coming out. It's scary against Swarm and stuff. And that's why I thought about putting, like, the Happiness Punch back in. Gets rid of my Shiraya. Rude. But I'm just going to use my Shanks to get rid of that. And then there's a banish. Okay, we do have a lot of life, so I don't think I care about the, right, let's go here, pop you, and just go 8 and 8 at life. He might have, okay, I thought maybe a Nora beam. He takes both. Okay. Yeah, we have like a ton of 2Ks. Literally so many. Bluno. EBO1 gave him a lot of support. Have you guys seen all of the Premium Booster 2 cards, right? I think a lot of them got posted on the official One Piece like website with like the card like listings and stuff. He plays on another banish. I'm scared. Okay, I'm scared. I don't think they showed off like all the alt arts and everything, but like still, I think I'd rather just lose 1 card. Yeah, I would have given up two cards for that anyway. 7 at us. We'll take. Okay. Nami. We can Ben Beckman to get rid of one of them. I think we honestly Ben Beckman, get rid of blocker, and just go for game. Yeah. Because what I can do is just go 7, 8, 9, 12. And then I still have 3 life and a ton of counter if he goes for game the following turn. Do I have game? Probably. I think so. We just need this 9 to go through. If the 9 doesn't go through, then we get rid of one of his bodies. Right? But yeah, I think they didn't show off all the alt arts, but at least like the cards that are going to be like reprinted and stuff. A lot of great SRs, a lot of stuff we needed. Yeah, so we'll just get rid of... I guess we'll just get rid of Banish guy. And then pass. So now he only has 3 swings. He could have like a 9 rush Kaido, but that's like off of a top deck. So yeah, GG. Oh, we got Rob Lucci. I don't know. We'll just be aggressive and keep hitting him a lot. I don't know. That's my best bet, right? The fact that I can survive a bit and then just keep hitting him a lot and hope that the deck doesn't run a bunch of 2K counters. How dare you, sir? Well, 1K. Toss the pudding. I don't think he's going to keep too big of a hand size. I don't like that. How dare you? How dare you? We'll play out the Sanji just because it can replace itself, right? If he pops it, I don't know. This darn man in his top hat. 5 at us. We'll take, because we're gonna get a Grav Blade trigger that bottom decks the Brook, and he's going to be like, oh darn it. You know. Come on. And then there's that to minus. Yep. And then there's another 5K. Unfortunate. At least next turn we can like get huge hand size. I need to get rid of the Brook, but he's just gonna remove everything every turn anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. 5 at us. We'll counter 1. Cool. So we'll go Cav. Boom here. Happiness Punch we don't need right now. Yeah, we'll trash the Happiness Punch. And then 6 at 4. Hope it goes out the door. Boom. We got him. Haha. And then next turn we can rush out an 8K at his silly little face. We can also just go pretty low to the ground, just like play a bunch of characters. Let's go. I don't 1. Jack. Hate that for me. Oh, actually I can get rid of it. I just realized I can get rid of it with this and this. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Look at me! I'm the removal deck now! Thank goodness I didn't count out with Otama. Ha 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 ha. Now what will you do? Probably remove my board. That's probably what he'll do. If I was him, that's what I would do. 6 cards in hand though. No Jack. He's got 3 Jacks in the trash. I just realized, and 1 Lucci. I hate this. I hate this card. Stage never went away. It just took the form of Uta. At least we can rush anything into it at any point and get rid of it, right? He's expending a lot of resources here. There might be a pivotal point where we can like out resource him, right? That's the thing. He's having to only swing like 5s at us. We'll counter 1 here. So next turn, Rebecca. Gosh darn it. Oh, well, we can do fancy thing. Oh, we got it because he didn't have. Yeah, he doesn't, right? That is crazy. Yeah, there's like not enough for him to do it. Dang, yeah, that would have been a crazy comeback turn because he has 3 in hand. Oh, 1's a Kuzan. We can get that with our Shanks. That's not there. It's in our life, but next turn we would have hit, since the Rebecca blocker's there, a good old Rayleigh, minus you, swing, into you, get rid of the Rebecca blocker with the Rayleigh pop, and then just, you know, then we have 2 big bodies, right? Missing 1 turn of removal is kind of like that's how you win against Lucci and removal decks, right? If they miss like 1 turn of removal, it can be a bad time. I'll take that. I'll take that. And his life was pretty brick, dude. That is crazy. All right, we got king. We're gonna go second. Not a bad hand, because we get to draw an extra card here, and there's nothing he can do about it. That beautiful man, my goodness. His leader's just so cool. We'll go 1. I don't think we need to rely on the pudding here, specifically for king. He'll rely on being like around 5 cards anyway for leader ability. Yeah, this is pretty good. We'll keep these for later. Then we'll draw into some more counter, and then I'll swing 1k blocker at his face. I'm get crazy. The next turn. Next turn, actually not crazy about anything. I don't know. We could just Duval again. Oh, I don't like that. Why are you doing that? I might take that. Yes. Okay. What are you doing with that, huh? What are you doing with that? Well, I could go Sanji rush out, just a big ol' hit at his face. Because then if he KOs the Sanji, I don't think I care. Right, and I always have something to attack the Uta. And also, it doesn't matter that it can't be KO'd in battle by leaders, because my leader can't swing. Checkmate. I've thought of everything. Haha. Alright, now his hand size is, you know. We'll see, we'll see. Luckily, in this matchup too, I think this hits everything. Yep. Yeah, we can do the exact same thing as Lucci though, and then just say goodbye to Jack, and that's really fun. 5 it up. You don't respect my Sanji? That's crazy. To not respect a man's Sanji? That's crazy. Because I respect your board, and that's why I'm using a 2k and that to get rid of it. And then hitting you again for 6k. And then hitting you again for 6,000. We got a Black Maria. Nice. And now you don't have Jack anymore. See? Alright, who cares if he's 11 cost? I don't even look at the cost of a card when I play it, Yugi boy. Okay, no. Oh, that's crazy. I forgot he ramped. Oh, wait. He didn't. Oh, it's not that crazy. That's fine. That's a nice Kuzan you got. Let's go here. Pop that. Unfortunately, Otama can't KO Uta. Why does Uta have so much power? Why does she have 3,000 power? That's crazy. Well, yeah, not going into any spoilers or nothing. 9 mom. I don't assume he's going to heal me with my own 2k counter, right? I don't assume that at all. I thought about putting in like Divine Departure. He did. Interesting. Like Divine Departure. I kind of want to take this just so it's possibly another shank. Oh. I can just trash the Uta and hit him. Sure, right? So go here, and then we'll leave one up for Happiness Punch, right? Does he have an event? Maybe I should have played Frankie. Nah. We get 2 cards, 2 2Ks. Nice. He takes, and then we'll pass. I have to keep reminding myself there's nothing he can do to hurt my hand size too much. He can only rip like 2 to 3 cards possibly, right? Yeah. Because I think there's a 2 Dawn event, like Thriller Bark, that trashes a card. So you technically could on 10 Dawn Isho and do that. Hey. That's rude. Even though I love this card. I love this Robin card. Like, it's just got so much value. Like, -5 cost seems always so crazy. Oh, and then he minus that. Ooh, nice. I like this guy's build. I love King. I love King. Like the deck character. Wait, did he not? Oh, I think he did his math wrong. And then we'll go 1. He didn't attack me. We can just grab blade. Then I'm gonna hit you. And then we'll go 7. I countered out with Shariah. Alright, that's fine. We'll just draw an extra card and pass. Sad we didn't establish anything, but getting rid of that Brook and Robin, and then his board essentially, right? Very, very nice. Another Uta. Okay. We can pop the Uta with Rayleigh, right? We don't even have to power minus her. How do you get rid? I don't think I care about him getting rid of my Ben Beckman, truthfully. As long as my big 10-12 stays, right? A Jack. Okay. We can just get rid of Jack via swinging into him, right? Go 6 at me. We'll go 2. Sure. We'll go you. Pop. Go here. Draw Boa. Boom. The bad part about Boa against Jack is, like, even if he can't attack, right, he can still rest himself to do the effect, you know? So Boa is really great about big bodies not being able to attack, but when it's a thing that's like rests itself to do an effect, that's still, he can still do that. And yeah, I guess he didn't have a really good play for next turn. GG. But those are some games. Again, even if we had a good showing, I want to temper your expectations. As somebody who's played Vivi a lot, there are downsides and upsides, right? Obviously, we have great access to deck building in terms of, you'll see this list, it's a bunch of 3-ups, right? I normally wouldn't do that in a deck list. When I'm building something, I try to stay away from 1-ofs and 2-ofs for consistency's sake, unless it's searchable, but that's getting into details. In Vivi, since you just have so much draw power between your leader ability and the characters we have, like Sanji, like Cavendish, like Duval, like Nami, that lets us cycle through the top 3, draw extra cards, right? It's just, you have the ability to add in more options, right? Because you can put in 3-ups. And again, against decks that are a little bit slower as well, you can have a great time because you have all the time in the world to set up your big bodies, right? Against aggro, against decks that go super wide, right? Decks that are control. So like once we do play out a big body and they can just remove it, like Lucci or any like blue cards, right? That can be a bit of an issue. The plus side of that is that we also gave rush to things. So you can be aggressive in your own right? We have options starting at 3 Dawn to play something out that can swing pretty aggressively, right? Like on 5 Dawn, you can swing 6k that same turn. 6 Dawn, you can swing 6k that same turn and get some good effects off, right? And then we have access to pretty good counter events, although I don't know, this could probably come out. I just wanted to test it out, see how it felt anymore. But yeah, it's definitely a fun list. If you're going to like an off meta thing with some friends, maybe Vivi's a decent choice. It just always comes down to like, how good are the red and blue cards in the current set? Right now, red's in a really good spot. However, like going into set 12, I think a lot of stuff is very specific to those leaders, right? Rayleigh's stuff is very specific to Rayleigh, and I think a lot is leader locked. And in blue, it's all like navy stuff for Kuzan, so I don't know how much of that stuff would help us. I don't know, but Vivi's just, it's fun because, like I said, it was my first leader that I like tried building myself because I thought the leader ability was really good. It wasn't. I went 0-4 at a lot of locals, but I had fun and it got me into the game. So again, let me know what you think down in the comments about the list, about the leader. What off meta stuff have you been playing? And again, let me know what your first deck was that you built on your own. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, and hope to see you all next one. Bye bye.